What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, World Boxing Council, better known as the WBC, President Mauricio Suleiman, board of 32 members, have now confirmed that they have zero plans to strip four-division world champion Mexican superstar boxer, who is the undisputed super middleweight world champion, and widely acknowledged as the face of the sport of boxing, in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez, 60 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. They have zero plans to strip Canelo Alvarez in favor of his mandatory and undefeated two-time WBC super middleweight world champion, Mexican Ecuadorian superstar boxer, David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, who's 28 wins, no losses, no draws, 24 big wins by way of knockout. He is 27 years of age, 6'2" with a 75-inch arm reach. Now, this just confirms that Canelo Alvarez plans to strategically maneuver around David Benavidez and not have to fight him. David Benavidez was the WBC super middleweight world champion. And David Benavidez was considered the best fighter at 168 before Canelo Alvarez decided to campaign and make this his weight class. David Benavidez was stripped of his WBC title due to recreational drugs use outside the sport of boxing that got him stripped. Then David Benavidez, he fought Anthony Durrell, regained his WBC title, who Anthony Durrell fought and picked it up. He regained it against Anthony Durrell. Now, he beat Ronald Graville for the WBC title back in 2017, right? Rematched Ronald Graville and beat him again. Then he got stripped of the title, right? Came back, he fought J'Leon Love, beat J'Leon Love in the second round, stopped him. Then he fought Anthony Durrell in September of 2019. He stopped Anthony Durrell in the 9th round, regained his WBC title. Then we went through a global pandemic, right? And David Benavidez was one of the first fights back in sports and resuming against Alexis Angulo. And he missed weight on the scale. Now, keep in mind, all the gyms was closed. Most establishments was closed. And he fought against Alexis Angulo. He missed weight. They stripped him of his title. Canelo Alvarez immediately swooped in and got the opportunity to fight for the vacant WBC title, at the same time unifying the belts against Caleb Smith, who was the WBA super middleweight champion. So he fought Caleb Smith for the vacant WBC title and the WBA title immediately, December of 2020. Okay. Then he fought and defended against his mandatory, Avni Yildirim. Then he beat Billy Joe Saunders for the WBO, and then Caleb Plant on November for the undisputed titles. Ever since then, he's been the undisputed champion. He then dared to be great, jumped up to 175, challenged Dmitry Bivol, a weight class he was a world champion after he beat Sergey Kovalev November of 2019. Right? He jumps up. Now, keep in mind, he beat Danny Jacobs in the unification bout in May of 2019. He had no intention to go to 168 because David Benavidez was the champion. David Benavidez gets stripped. He fights Sergey Kovalev 175. Completely skips over 168. Fights Sergey Kovalev in 175. Right? Soon as David Benavidez is stripped, he goes to 168, makes it his home, becomes undisputed. Now, David Benavidez is the mandatory challenger for Canelo Alvarez to get the opportunity to regain his belt. They stated that when Samson Likovic petitioned the WBC to make sure they uphold their mandatory position and their rules for David Benavidez to get his opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez or be stripped, they said that they were going to oblige. Canelo Alvarez said that David Benavidez hadn't done anything to give him an opportunity. David Benavidez then goes on and fights and beats Caleb Plant and Demetrius Andrade and David Lemieux. Three good fights and one solid fight, right? And now Canelo Alvarez is planning on fighting a middleweight, two-division undefeated world champion. Now, his last fight, September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, was against a junior middleweight in Jamel Charlo, who was the undisputed junior middleweight 154-pounder, who jumped up 2 weight classes. Now he's going to fight Jamel Charlo's identical twin brother, Jamal Charlo, May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend, who is a two-division champion, but he's the reigning 160-pound champion, middleweight champion, okay? So he's going to fight him. And then, who's a 160-pounder. And then the plan is to fight Terrence Crawford September 14th for two undisputed champions going at it. Again, September 14th, but Terrence Crawford is a welterweight, 147-pounder. David Benavidez campaigns in this division, and they are now saying that they are not planning on stripping Canelo Alvarez. Now, again, like I said, they stated that they was going to strip Canelo Alvarez if he didn't make a decision by a certain time frame on what he was going to do next, right? And now they're saying that they're not going to strip him, right, of his title. But initially they said that they was going to give him until March. Now that plan has went out the window, right? And now they're saying that, they're going to give him more time and they're giving him leeway. It's completely unfair to David Benavidez that you have a welterweight, a middleweight, all in order. You have a welterweight, a junior middleweight, and a middleweight all getting the opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez for his titles before David Benavidez, who campaigns in the very same division. That's extremely unfortunate. It's unfortunate, right? Because David Benavidez has worked himself back into this position, and he deserves the opportunity to regain his title and get the opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez. He deserves it. He deserves it. And now they're saying that they're not going to strip Canelo Alvarez of his title. They're going to allow him to hold on to the belt. It's unfortunate for David Benavidez, right? And so you're going to have a junior middleweight, a middleweight, and a welterweight all get the opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez for his titles before David Benavidez. Now, granted, these are fights that are entertaining now and I love to see, right? I just think it's incorrect that they're getting the opportunity to fight before David Benavidez getting the opportunity to fight. That's where I think the problem lies. Do I want to see Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Crawford? 1,000%. Do I want to see Canelo Alvarez and Jamal Charlo? 1,000%. I'm all for all of those fights. But I'm also all for what's right. And this is not right. It's not. If he don't want to fight, right? David Benavidez, he should be stripped of his title. Period. It's just there's no justification for it. There's none. There's absolutely no justification to say that Benavidez, who campaigns in this exact same division as Canelo Alvarez, is not getting the opportunity to fight for the title. Never mind against Canelo Alvarez. I mean, he's not even getting an opportunity to fight for his title that he lost outside the sport of boxing. And a welterweight, a junior middleweight, and a middleweight are going to get the opportunity to fight for those belts and his belt before he is. And he's undefeated and the best fighter in the division and been the best fighter in his division since 2018. It's truly, truly unfortunate. But this is the politics within the sport of boxing. It is the Wild Wild West. Period. So this is just confirmation. As we know, Canelo Alvarez is rumored to face off against Terrence Crawford in September, and Jamal Charlo September 14th, and Jamal Charlo May 4th. This is just letting us know confirmation that it's heading that direction, and David Benavidez is not going to get his opportunity. It's unfortunate, but it's the catch-22 because those are fights I want to see. So let's see how this all unfolds and plays out. But that's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon and get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. All one word. So all I got for y'all. I'm gone. Peace.